Hello, Maria Dushkova here for Multiplication Explorers. On the forums, Jody wrote something beautiful. She said that these first two activities, these are wordplay activities, are causing me to see my child's play in a whole new way. So the play that used to be pure pretend play is now seen algebraic. So, what sort of play is it? It's about combining various attributes of a character. So, my favorite example of attribute play, one of my favorite ones, is this Bugs Bunny episode called Bugs Bonnets, where a lot of theater props, hats of different sort flow around the forest, and when they land on Bugs or Elmer Fudd, they take on different characters. So here is Bugs being very fierce and threatening his opponent because he's a fierce, brave soldier. And here is where the roles change. And we see a general suddenly being very stern with that soldier, and so on. So this is an example of a head standing for something else, for character, for the whole character. And another, this is actually used in data analysis. So here is something called Chernoff faces. The idea is that each attribute of a face stands for a piece of data, some category. So this is some data by states. So here is the average face of the United States. So the head, the hair, the eyes, the nose, the ears, and the shape stand for different types of measurements, maybe population data. We don't know what measurements they are, but we do know that Alabama here is pretty close to the average of the United States as a whole, but District of Columbia here is pretty far from that average along all the variables. So why do we care about this? Because these attributes represent a whole different type of variable, the categorical variable, not numbers, but categories. And they are prevalent in statistical analysis, data analysis, mathematics. So you can play like that with a lot of toys, like Mr. Potato Head. And where is multiplication? So if you have several different heads, for example, 1, 2, 3, and then you have several different type of eyewear, 1, 2, 3. So this gives us 3 times 3 combinations. And if I add mustache, that's another dimension. So if I have 3 of those, it will go to 3 times 3 times 3 combinations altogether. So you can see that with each new dimension, the number of combinations grows exponentially. And that's what makes that sort of play so fascinating for the children, because you have just a few variables, but a lot of combinations. That's why children love to play with all sorts of character making screens in the games. The number of combination fascinates them. So with young children, you can just use these words, kind of variable, category, dimension here, and pretend play. As the child gets older, you can pose those questions. How many combinations? What if we change the number of variables? And so on. So you can have really interesting algebraic and statistical and data analysis connections from pretend play to, well, grown up endeavors. Stay wonderful.